What's up, you guys? Hope you guys are doing awesome. So this video is a follow-up to the other one where the first video we learned how to research the fundamentals of a NFT game, and now this time we're gonna assume that after we invested in it, we're gonna continually check up on it. So let's get into it. First question is, what's the sentiment and the overall emotions in the chats? For example, Discord and Telegram. Let's say maybe a great sentiment is that people are very bullish, they're very excited about the game, they're talking about the updates, they're just talking, playing games with each other. That's really good. On the flip side of that, you see there are many people fighting the game. They're like, oh, I can't wait to get my investment, I can't wait to sell. They're like, oh, this game sucks, where's the team? There's no communication. That's an example of bad sentiments in the chats. Number two, it's to measure the activity in the chats. If you see there are messages like every few minutes or like every minute, then that's really good. If it's decent where it's like every few minutes, like maybe certain days it's super active, other days it's not so active, that's a decent one. If it's dead where no one talks for like at least half a day in all the chats and stuff, that's kind of a bad sign. Of course, take it for a grain of salt, right? If it's a very brand new community, then of course there's going to be less activity, and during bullish times there will be a lot more activity. During bearish times there will be a lot less activity. However, you can just measure them against other NFT gaming chats that you're in. Number three, it's the token and also the NFT growth and volume. So you can check scanners. I'll pull one up right now. You can see here for BNB, there's the BSC scans where you can check the different transfers, holder, info, analytics. So you can check the growth of the holders and also the total supply to see how that's growing. And then we'll get to the other questions later, but a lot of times NFT games have their own marketplace too. Let's see if we can find the Fino one right there. Boom. So you can check the growth of all the NFTs in circulation, how many are getting minted, what's for sale. You can check the floor prices of whether it's growing or decreasing or not. So maybe the previous week was like 55, but now it's 67. Then you can also relate that to the token growth in terms of the amount of circulated, but also the price too. So those are some things you can keep in mind. Furthermore, for the next question, it's whale activity. What are they doing? Are they buying? Are they selling more? So you can also check that in a NFT marketplace. You can check the activity of, let's say, recently sold, recently bought. If you see that there's a certain address that is buying more, they have like multiple right here. You can check what they're doing, see what they're selling and buying. And then on the scanner, I think everyone has their own scanner like Eve Explorer, Soul Scan and stuff. You can check top holders right here, see what they're doing. Some are liquidity providers and exchanges. Well, maybe some of these are the actual token holders like individuals or groups. You can see what they're doing, so you can monitor that. Fifth, it's content creation growth. So a reason why we track this is that if people are excited about the game, they're going to create content, so you can measure how much they're creating, right? So you can check on YouTube, Twitch streamers, what are there, you just like search them up, YouTubers too. You can, let me pull it up right here. You can check it right here where you put like, I don't know, the FIAT right here. And then you can check filters of this week, this month, year, etc. So if you're doing a bi-weekly one, you can check every week. If you're doing like a monthly one, you can check monthly and etc. Then you can also check whether people are creating fan arts and memes in the Discord channels or just posting on whatever, maybe Medium or something. So if they're continually creating it, that's a good sign. Next question is, are there important catalysts coming up? So bullish ones where you can sell into, right? Let's say they're releasing a new game feature or they're releasing a new sale of land or something. You can sell into that when people get excited and they pump up the price. Vice versa of that, Maybe there's a more bearish one. Let's say there's token unlocks or earnings reductions on a certain date. That's where you can sell into that. So it might be good to write down these dates so that, let's say, for example, this is a classic example, right? There's some token unlocks on a certain date. So a lot of people tend to panic sell because they don't know that it's coming. So then you buy some tokens for really cheap. Maybe there's an extreme dip. Then you check on an NFT marketplace. Maybe there's another extreme dip in terms of the NFT price. So you got 2 dips into one. You buy into that, and then you sell when at the next pump, and that'll be even bigger gains. For example, we got like a 400% play with the FINA and 600% play in VBA. On the past video, you can check that out for an example of how to do that. Number 7, it's practical updates from the team. So game updates, maybe even art, maybe game nights, something to interact with the community, right? If it's none, that's probably good. That's probably really bad. If it's infrequent, then that's not as bad, but preferably to be consistent, right? Like at least like daily, mostly on the weekdays, and maybe like 1 or twice on the weekends. Or is it consistent, as mentioned right before? Number 8, it's what is the team doing great at? Are they great at speaking to the community? Are they great at developing community, developing the game, like securing the game, etc.? Number 9, what can the team improve upon? Maybe they're bad at communication. Maybe they need more game nights, more events to interact with the community. Maybe they need to take their game development more seriously, stuff like that. Number 10, lastly, it's what's your action plan moving forward. So you can take all of this data, you can determine whether you're more bullish or bearish in the game. Maybe the action plan is just to wait and see what happens. Maybe the plan is to buy on a certain date if there's a dip or something. Maybe there's a plan to sell on a certain date if you don't really believe in the game anymore, or you slowly sell out. So you don't have to have like an all or nothing belief, right? You can slowly buy in if you believe in the game more, or you can slowly sell out if you don't believe in the game as much. So hope you guys found this useful, and talk to y'all next time.